Hello. Welcome to the Debbie and Kim Show.
Real people, real talk. From challenges to wisdom, conversations that heal, inspire, and empower.
So, I'm very excited. I'm always excited, but we have a special guest. But before we get to our guest, what exciting things happened for you this week?
Oh, lots. But yeah, we'll get to talk about it. We're going to have to talk about it on another podcast just for that, because it
Yes.
was really amazing, wonderful holistic health education.
Awesome.
OMG. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll get there.
I
But
was trying to make sure that, that I always ask the same question. Don't always say, "How was your week?" Be a little bit more specific about what happened during the week. What was outstanding during the week? Yes.
and you,
So I had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week as always. I might have to move, but I'm working on that. So I'm working on that challenge. Well, not challenge. I look at it as a new adventure.
opportunity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
new opportunity, new adventure. But I'm excited about our guest today.
Yes, yes, yes. We have a treat for you in more ways than one. And Tiffany of Passion with Purpose and Tiffany's Treats is just full of wonder, surprises, good stuff. And so we can't wait to let you hear from her. Tiffany is, as I said, the founder of Passion with Purpose, wanting to help people to live their lives from merging mind, body, and spirit or soul, to set out their, to heal. No, to create their passion, to live their passion, including all of those things and helping them to merge them together and realize them. That's what she's doing. She realized that her purpose is helping others, because that's her passion. Her passion is people, and she wants to help them on a deeper level, mind, body, and soul. And so without further ado, please help us bring on and give a warm welcome to Tiffany Brown. Teas and Treats and Passion with Purpose. Welcome,
Happy
Tiffany.
day, beautiful flowers. Thank you for the invite. I am grateful.
You're
I
so
didn't
very
mention
welcome.
flower power. She also has flower power. She just full of good stuff. So let's hear, Tiffany, how did you recognize or come to realize that your passion was people?
When I started healthcare, actually. So I started in healthcare, and that wasn't my original plan, I should say. But what happened was somehow I ended up at a school doing healthcare after I completed beauty school. So I
Oh,
completed cosmetology after high school, giving up college. I had a full ride scholarship to Spelman, and then I was like, no. And then I couldn't go in the Navy, so I went to beauty school. Ah, who would have thought?
wow.
After that, I was like, okay, I have a child on the way and you need benefits. Even though I made decent money doing hair, it doesn't come with benefits. But when you
Benefits,
have a
right.
child, you have to think about that. So the bigger picture was now you need something that gives you benefits because of your child. And I went to medical assistant school. It was a 6-month course. I enjoyed it to the fullest. And that's why I realized I liked people when I did my internship. Oh my God, people are amazing. So I got caught up in how amazing people are. Like they have their own thing. I don't know why we need to conform or be the same. Like everybody is so unique that you can just sit
Exactly.
back and watch people in their own
Mhm.
element, doing their own things and appreciate it.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
that is the key. Mm.
And when you don't know, you give them a lovely story as they go past you, and you put what's going on in their face and how they stepping, and you get them a good story because you don't know the real story, but
Oh
it's
my
okay.
So now you went from doing hair, that's being very, very creative, to medical assistants or
Yes,
medical assistants, and
I'm
you
medical.
found out that you like people. But even doing hair, that's a people business
But
also.
she needed benefits.
So, but yeah, yeah, but the benefits, yeah, yeah,
But
they
my
outweigh, yeah.
realization didn't come until I was fasting one day, and we know we get clarity when we fast.
Mhm.
And it was was it the 3rd day of a fast I was doing, and it took me all the way back. I didn't realize I was a helper. My
Mm.
purpose in life is to be a helper, and it took me all the way back to elementary school. So, I thought about I was a future teacher. Even though I was an educator, I never planned to be a teacher, and I was safety patrol. And I always help my teacher when you finish your work, you go, "Hey, can I help you do s"
I
Even
think
from the that's
I
you
I
know what,
think
that's
that's
when you
called,
know.
yeah, I think that's called teacher's pet, but it ooh.
I'll take it because it taught
Yeah,
me a
exactly. It's
skill.
okay because that's usually when you can go back to your childhood and you see a thread that's been
It's
there
been
all
there.
along. That is
Yes.
the clue.
Yes.
Well, I
That's
didn't realize it though until the clarity because I'm like, "Okay," I was figuring out the next steps of my life.
Yes.
When so
right.
you fast so you can get clarity and all of that, and it hit me like, "You're a helper, period." You help people in
Yeah,
whatever form or fashion.
yeah.
So I went with that as my purpose
Mhm.
is to
Mhm.
So you
continuous.
went from medical assisting to what after
So
that? Because you
after
got a lot of
medical,
an interesting story,
I'm gonna
a
give you the
journey.
shortened version though.
Okay,
I
okay.
went to college because how do you
Oh.
raise children on a limited education? Was my thinking, not for everybody else.
Right,
How
right.
do you raise children with limited education and you only raising them by how you were taught from
Yes.
your parents, which a lot of it you didn't agree with. I did not agree with.
Yeah, I hear you,
Mm,
and
yeah.
there's a lot of people there. Mhm.
Yes. So I'm like, it's greater things in this world. I mean, my mom did. She was very crafty, and I know even more now since she passed, but
Mm,
she always took us to the museums. She always
nice.
took
Mm.
us
That's
to the
good.
art galleries in
Ni
downtown Detroit, where it
She had
was
a great appreciation for art.
yes, which
Yeah, so she
caused
shared
me to
that.
end up with a degree in art
Okay,
from
okay.
beginning to Renaissance and Renaissance to I don't know why I had that degree, but I had the
But
credits. I had taken the classes. I
that's really
Wow.
your
Activity,
creativity.
yeah, that's
Creativity.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
was
Yeah.
trying to get a degree in philosophy.
It ended up being in art.
I had more art classes than philosophy.
Well, there you that was a hint. That was
That was
hint,
your
hint,
hint.
hint.
Hint. Yes.
You're a
Yes.
creative being.
I never
Very
even
creative,
thought that till you
artistically
just
creative.
said when I did hair, it was creative. I did not eat and nails because I did hair and nails, but
Wow.
Mm.
didn't even see it that way. See? No
Wow.
revelation.
I
Yeah.
do want to take a moment to give our condolences to you for the passing of your mother. And I did not want to forget to do that. You have much love and much sympathy from us. And anything you need, we're just a phone call away.
I am grateful for that. Thank you.
I just
Thank
wanted
you.
you to know that.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes. So, yeah. So, when did you get that
What an
urge
honor your
that,
mom too.
yeah, yeah. When did you get that urge that, okay, now I've done this, I've always worked for other people, but the passion to help people, how did you formulate that to start your businesses? Was that
So
question too?
Yeah, because there's a big chunk.
Yes.
She said she was
Oh,
going to give
go
us
tell us the story.
cliff
She's going to give
notes
us the short
because there's a
version.
lot in there, and I want it to come out.
Okay, I'm sorry. The question is taken back. Tell us your story.
well, let's just clarify the fact that I believe you should get the most out of life while we're experiencing as a spirit experience and having a human experience. I don't think we
Yes.
just supposed to learn 5 things. That's why I don't think you're supposed to stay at one job for 30 years. You do 10, you help them with their dream because you learn from that. And then you do 10 somewhere else or you do your own, whatever it may be. But which was why I
Definitely
always
your philosophy.
Yeah.
Mhm. So it was more or less after medical assistant, I went to college. I went to college originally to do nursing because I thought it was my next step.
Yeah.
Nursing
Mhm.
was not for me because how do I want to say it? They are inpatient workers. When I was in healthcare, everybody had a space. You didn't have nurses in clinics, you didn't have nurses in schools, you had medical assistants. So everywhere outside of
That's evolved.
24-hour care, it was the role of the medical assistant to assist any physician. So, with that being said, I ended up with an internship with every specialty from head to toe.
Wow.
Mm,
What
nice.
a experience. Oh, that's beautiful.
Neurosurgery to podiatry to oral surgery to the optometrist, the optician, and the ophthalmologist. But I didn't realize the experience I was having was for a reason. So I'm gonna get
Mhm.
to that.
Absolutely.
I
100%.
I
Mhm.
came through that path and ended up learning every specialty, working with literally every specialty,
Yeah.
even infectious disease, to the point that when I started teaching medical assistant, I could teach actually from experience in every specialty of medicine because I
Wow.
worked it. But
Wow.
that was after I started my own home healthcare business which is how I started teaching. It's just the craziest thing.
That's how you started
Stories
teaching.
have their twists and turns, but as you said, every single aspect is for a purpose. It's always preparing you for the next
Next step.
thing. Always. No mistakes, no wasted time, not even an iota.
Not one. When now at this age of 55, going on 56, um, it is more or less you now get to see all those things. You like, why am I here? This not the life I was choosing. Quiet as it's kept, and I'll share it with the world. My original plan was to live in a SUV where I didn't have to pay bills. I didn't want responsibility. I wasn't
Did
gonna
the
have
same
any
thing.
children. I was gonna
Oh, that was
either
your original plan.
no, I was gonna stay a medical assistant though. I like that
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
An SUV.
Get you. Yeah.
I was gonna
And
Mm.
shower at
you said an
anybody's
An
SUV, but
house.
I
RV.
think you
Well,
meant
I
an
think you
RV
meant an RV, right? You were staying in
or like a
No, a
trailer.
SUV. I was gonna buy me a SUV big enough for me to sleep in the back, maybe park in my mother's driveway to shower for work,
She's
but I
gonna be
didn't need much.
homeless.
I'm still a minimalist. I don't need much still to this day.
day. Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
Okay. I believe
That's
you.
funny. All right.
And in that
Continue.
and with that note, my children saved my life because I wasn't planning on having any, but because of them, I had to become something and besides live.
So thank
You've
you.
always
Thank
been
you.
something. I
Yes,
want to just make
always.
that
Yes,
plain. You've
clarify it.
always been something, even when you was a medical assistant. Even if
Ooh,
you chose, you ended up being a medical assistant in the car back of your SUV. You still
you
somebody,
Yes.
somebody important,
Yes.
somebody
Yes.
significant.
Remember
you
that.
had kids, then you have to go on to make impact on
Yeah,
lives.
you got to
So
have a place, some rooms for them
ouch.
to be in.
'Cause y'all can't fit in that SUV. I mean, that would be tight, but, that's togetherness, that's love.
Yeah, yeah. You wanna give them a home.
Yes, yes.
Well, the love
So
specialist should tell us that was a good thing if we all crowded in there together. That was good love, right, love
Yeah,
specialist?
that's our love specialist,
well, it depends
yes.
on how happy the kids were.
Yeah, I remember mine, "Stop touching me, stop Mom, he's touching
Yes,
me, Mom."
His
yes.
bone's touching my bone.
Yep, yep.
So, I wanna know, you said you taught nurses, is that right?
Yes, so I've taught people that went on to become nurses and doctors. So I taught at a higher education level before I taught high school. So I started out as a college professor. And of course, I would have a story to how I even got to teach in college.
Yeah, tell us that story.
So it's a wonderful story. I love the story myself. But what happened was one day I was going to meet a new client for my home health care
Okay.
business.
Mhm.
And somehow I had a request for interview that I didn't know I had at a college. Wonder. I was 32, never planned on teaching. And what happened was I had on an orange peasant skirt with some orange wedges, orange
You're gonna say that shoes.
no sleeve top. I mean, I'm dressed to the nine to have lunch with the new client to take on a parent. It was somebody's parent. And so I'm like, let me stop in this interview. Like, I don't need to dress because I'm not trying to get the job. I really only went to see
What they
how
were
did you
talking
get
about.
my information? Because I never applied. So how did you get my
Huh.
resume? That was the only reason I went to the
You're
interview.
curious. Got out of curiosity.
Yeah, where did you find me to want to teach anything? So I get in there in the appointment, and me and the lady having the best conversation. And I finally asked her, she was like, well, it popped up. We do a search. I left it somewhere on one of those job searches. And
Mm,
I was like, okay. So we laughed, we had a good time. And she said, well, let me ask you a serious question. And I said, go right ahead. And she said, do you know what professional dress is? And I said, yes, I do. So I explained to her, a blouse, skirt. If
mhm.
it's, we were still wearing stockings then to interviews if you had on a skirt.
Mhm.
And I explained to her if you wear slacks, closed toed shoes, blah, 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 the nine of what
Yeah.
professional dress was. So she was like, okay, I want to hire you. And I said, hire me to do what? I don't still know why I'm here. We laughed so hard, and she said, "Your smile is so amazing. When can you start?" I said, "I own a whole home health care business."
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
So, I did take the job. Within 6 months, I became, school coordinator.
Wow.
I don't know how, but the older
Yes, you do,
teachers
you
Yeah.
have the talent.
I mean, it wasn't nothing I applied for or that was mentioned. She
Yeah.
called
You
me in
you
the
just
office
did the
one
work.
day. Yes.
Mhm.
And she was
Mhm.
like, "Hey, we really like your work ethic and everything." And she was like, "We have a position coming up for school coordinator. If you'll do the internships, we'll pay you a little extra to do the internships and
Wow.
coordinate the school."
Wow.
So I'm
Hmm.
like, okay, I can do it. Had no clue what I was doing, but I can do whatever.
Can do it,
I
that's
can do
right, that's
whatever.
right.
And
Yeah.
so I ended up running the school. The president of the school, they asked me not to leave. Now, had decided to leave for Arizona, which is, hey, where I'm at now. Because one last winter there was too much for me in Michigan. I'm like, I'm not doing it again. The kids get out in May and I'm gone, even though I
I hear you.
loved my job. So they
Mm.
asked me about getting help here. They knew people. And if they started a school there, would I run it and all of that?
Wow.
And I had
Wow.
did some things for the students. When my students graduated, I made them the first day of class, I would have them put down their goals, their like
Mm.
1, 2, 3, 4 with the end goal, not deep. And then
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
always had them do a professional dress day for their job,
Yeah.
like a red carpet. I did it with my high school students too,
You
but
just do it. I know. You
uh,
do it
I
big
took the
and beautiful.
picture
So
and
much
put they
aesthetics.
dressed up picture on the other side of their goals on a
Huh?
keychain that I paid for myself. So the president
Wow.
asked me, "Can we keep this idea?" I had
Wow.
a
Yeah.
college I taught here when I left too as well. They wanted to keep the idea. I'm like, sure, but who gonna put the work in? Y'all can buy all the keychains y'all want, but it take work to get it small. But I
Yeah.
let them both have it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was
Mm.
how I got into education. But again, we always did things to prepare for this. And I'm going to tell you why. When I worked
Yep.
traumatic injury, kidney, and liver transplant at the
Mm-hmm.
hospital, Henry Ford is our
Mm-hmm.
biggest hospital in Detroit.
Mm.
And I worked there for more than 6 years, I wanna say. Do you
Wow.
know while I was there, I was on a unit governance board, which mean we tested new equipment, tested it with the other employees that were gonna use it, and then we had to create a plan to roll it out, and once we
Yeah.
chose the
Yeah.
equipment. So
Wow.
Awesome.
teaching happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of
Yeah.
that was happening. And then I was also on the education committee at the hospital. How I got on
Mm-hmm.
these
Getting all
committees,
kinds of experience.
I don't know how I got there. I try to remember, like, did you sign up?
You got there. Just right here. The
But
gift
I
of
don't
gab.
remember signing up or them saying, hey,
You have this energy, this like just
When you walk in, you're like,
capable energy.
right.
It
She
says,
knows what
what
she's
you need,
doing.
I can do it.
Yeah.
but I didn't ask
It,
for it.
yeah, it's what you radiate in your energy field
That is
Yes.
true.
because, yeah,
That is
yeah,
Yeah.
true.
and it is beautiful.
Plus, I believe we're on our path. So even things
Yeah,
we don't want to do or didn't plan to do that happen, or you get lessons for certain things, it's because you're going to need it later, which was
Yeah.
absolutely.
always my saying when I taught high school. I used to be like, that's just another tool to put in your toolbox. Because you
Yep.
never
Mm.
know when you're going to have to pull it out. You might think, well, Miss Brown, why are we learning this today? You might not need it today, but it might come in handy for you at another
Yeah,
time.
there is definitely a reason.
Yes.
Yeah,
So I
nothing
would
is
Yes.
for
always tell
nothing.
Always.
them, add that to your toolbox.
So now you can ask your question because I
Now,
had to get her through that.
yeah. So, yes. So, when did you start your businesses? In all of this, well,
You
you
just
already
mean
had
you
your
just mean the
business.
current
Yeah, the
businesses.
current businesses. Now, because you've
Okay.
been in business because you had
The
the group, the
group care home
care
or
home.
care.
So where did that
s-
shift come from? Still working with people, but where did that shift come from? When did it happen?
So, when was it when I retired? No, so I started Passion with Purpose when I completed my okay, so I started trying to fix myself.
Mm.
I knew it was things I
I hope
needed.
you realized you wasn't broken, right?
Well, I was broken, to be honest, because I allowed myself. I know now that I didn't have to feel broken. It was what I did to myself. You don't never have to feel broken. You shouldn't ever
Yeah.
feel broken, but I felt like I needed to be fixed. The,
Yeah.
the children were gone and, they living their lives. And I'm like, okay, who are you now?
Yes.
So when I
Yes.
started Passion with Purpose, it was more about who am I? What do I like to do? So when I started
Mhm.
Passion with Purpose, it was more about I was going to find an old motel, put me some homeless families in it, give them some cooking, finance, and family classes. That's where it started.
I'm loving that.
Me trying to
Mm,
fix
mm.
me was gonna fix me so I can
Fixing
help other people's be
other,
in
yeah,
harmony with themselves.
Hmm.
right,
But what
right.
I
That's
found
beautiful.
is so hard to go in within to fix those. I won't even say fix. I would say
Mm-mm.
update. 'Cause we're in
Yes.
a new
Yes.
time. So they worked
Yeah.
for a time. Now I'm in a new time and space. So I
And
need to
you're
create a
becoming
different
something
energy.
new.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
you're
New
becoming
energy
something new.
from
Yes.
my experiences. But
Right.
I
Right.
needed to reflect on those experiences first.
Right.
So when
Right.
I started reflecting on my experience, and oh, it was not an easy task to reflect on things you don't like about yourself, along with things you want to improve about yourself. Well, and I don't mean don't like, they didn't fit who I was trying to become anymore.
Mhm.
Let me
Mhm.
say that. So
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
need
Yeah.
to enhance or change some habits and some things that I internally believe. But in that search for myself, I realized that balancing mind, body, and spirit to harmonize is what brings your body to what I call a whole state.
Mhm. Mhm.
And when I went through what I went through with myself, I'm like, wow, people would benefit from this type of thing, but I know it's not easy. It's hard to find
Right.
somebody to
Right.
trust. So I became a coach originally, was when I was going through coaching classes. I was helping myself because if I'm not going to follow the rules I give, then I shouldn't give rules
Yeah. True.
or information. I should
Or
follow
Mhm.
the same
or
information.
suggestions.
Practice what you preach. Is that what you're
Yes,
Exactly.
saying?
ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Exactly.
So that was
Exactly.
another part of the thing. Like, I know a lot of things, but did I practice them? So you could be knowledgeable, but not wise. I wanted to be wise. So I took my knowledge of healthcare because Passion with Purpose was more therapeutic. Um, I did a lot of women activities, a lot of women talks, get together. But in the interim of everything, I realized that men needed just as much healing, which is why I have the men's self care boxes as
Mm.
well, because we
Mm.
tend to forget. And so I brought myself out of women only, because we can't be better women if we're not around better men.
Mm.
Yes. Yes.
If
Go
we
on.
choose to be
100.
around somebody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it takes any person to be around people to be better. So people who
Yes.
hide away from people, they don't get to grow because you don't know how you're going to react to other people's sayings and different issues or challenges that they have. So when people say I retreat, you can't retreat. You got to go through the battle to get to
Do
the
you
other
believe
side.
that
Yeah.
do you believe that you attract the people that the people like yourself? I mean, we attract like attracts like.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
do
I agree.
agree that
I agree. Yeah. Yeah.
alike.
Yeah.
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 Well, I can't
Like
say it. I don't know. Like attracts like.
Tracks like.
you got it.
Yes.
You got
And
it.
so
Yes.
we only bring in the people with who we truly are. From
Yeah.
sorry. I have to
Yeah.
accept all of my bringing ins with the
But
energy I was
it's all
in.
good though.
It's
It's all good.
Yes, because you learned from that. I'm not
Exactly.
saying it's bad.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
see, we all understand. See, here's a knowledgeable thing that I can honestly say a lot of people do not become wise in. And I've questioned it. That's why I did a little research. So, you know how we always say there's a reason, a season, or a lifetime when it comes to people and things. I'm going to say anything.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
So,
Yes.
when a person goes away, transitions, why are we not understanding still? It don't require sorrow. It require to look at what was added to your life and what can you move forward with. It's it's
Yes.
even
Mhm.
like
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
we have to live what we say, especially if we
Mm.
out there so called counseling others.
Mhm.
Everybody's where they are to grow from there.
So if for me, which I was getting to, for me, I wanted to be that person. So like even
Mhm.
now with losing my mom, who was my best friend ever, um, I still have to remember it was a time, and grateful for the 55 years I've had, and grateful that she had a good 82 years, whole mind, body,
Amen.
and soul at the time.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
we have to start living. I would like to start living, let me correct that, where I take my knowledge and actually live through it, such as that.
Yes.
And that is the
Yes.
one thing a lot of people
That's
I talk
beautiful.
to don't understand. Like, we have to love without attachment because we can't take nothing to the grave
N
with us,
no.
these
That
items.
yeah.
And
Yes.
we all have to transition one day,
Yes. Yes.
because
Yeah.
our
Yeah.
purpose is going to be served. And on top of that purpose, it pushes us when we, not just in death when we lose someone, but we've had friends that we drifted apart from with no problem. So it's not just in death or bad breakups. It's just that people go their own path. You was in there for 5 minutes. It have impacted them, hopefully in a great way, and then you have
Yeah.
to move forward.
Yeah.
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 I
So
agree.
thank you for going into that, because those are some nuggets in there. We want to. We got a little bit of time left. Two things we didn't get into: Tiffany's teas and treats. But so what I would like to do is have you tell the audience what you want them to, your message that you want to convey to the audience
All right.
today.
So I just want to share that flowers, we enjoy them when we get them in a bouquet. They
Yes.
were nature made, and they were here before any medicines or concoctions, any juices. They were here to make our juices. And so when I think about how I got started with Tiffany Teas and Treats, I used to teach pharmacology. And in pharmacology, I had knowledge, but not wisdom. And the knowledge was I understood that most medicines came from plants and
Plants.
herbs, flowers and
Mm.
herbs to be exact. And so when I started on my body healing journey, I wanted to get rid of coffee. And I know the withdrawals you have in coffee from coffee when you try to quit, which is why for years I just drank 1 cup of coffee to keep from going through the withdrawals, because you're going to get headaches.
Exactly.
You're going to go
For the
through,
addiction to that
it's an
nicotine, I mean
addiction.
caffeine.
It's
Yes.
definitely, it's
Caffeine.
in the drug schedule as high as some of the drugs that's not even legalized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I realized, I'm like, okay, I had an epiphany, like, why do you drink coffee anyway? And my only answer was, because I don't want to go through the withdrawals and I don't even like coffee anymore. So I found out that flowers, whole flowers, made great tea because I was pulling down a tea bag. And I'm like, do we really know what's in this tea bag? So I opened it. And when I opened it, all I saw was some sticks and brown sticks and sticks. So I'm like,
Sticks and more
it
sticks
was
and
just
brown
ground up
sticks.
sticks. So I'm like, how do I really know? And I was also in a time of going natural and everything just plant-based, but
Based.
I wasn't there yet. I was
Okay.
not there. I was gonna
Okay.
start. I started with butter. But anywho, so I'm like, okay, this can't be. So I looked at the herb game, and I'm like, they don't taste good, but they heal you. Can't take that
Mhm.
away. But I want something to
Mhm.
taste good because I want people to heal one sip at a time, which I know you
I
can
love it.
do with
I
a
love it.
great
One
cup
sip
of
at a
tea.
time.
Tea.
Hmm.
But my tea at Tiffany Teas and Treats is about self care. You're supposed to take a moment. When we get a rose bushel, it could be just a dozen or it could be a couple of dozen. what do we do first? We see the pretty flowers and automatically we feel joy that somebody even thought of us to give it. So when you pour the hot water on my tea bag, you get to see those pretty flowers as if somebody handed them to you, which was me. And you get that euphoria feeling of somebody thought about me. And then
Yes.
when you smell the aroma, so when we get that bouquet, we all first thing we do is
Was
stick our nose.
smell those in it. Yeah.
Well, you get to do that with my tea. Once you see those pretty flowers, that means you're gonna start smelling the aromas. So now you're in the whole aromatherapy. You sitting down, you taking a
Yes.
moment for yourself, you seeing pretty flowers and you smelling amazing flower smells. So now you have to sit back and say, wow, this is so beautiful and it smells so good. Now I get to sip it. Mm, mm, mm. And now you get the greatest benefit of those amazingly nature made flowers. You get to heal one sip at a time because every flower has a healing benefit.
I love
And
that. And I
here's
love how
my
you
I
way of
love it.
healing the world one sip at a
At
time.
a
I
time.
love
If
it.
that's all I can get them to do for themselves.
That's
Mm.
beautiful. And that is, I
Amazing.
mean, not only is it a beautiful concept, but you present it so aesthetically beautiful that it just it embodies that mission. And I've
Yes.
experienced it myself. It is lovely.
One
It's
sip
lovely.
at a time.
One sip at a time. That's beautiful. Well, I want to thank you for coming on and sharing your gifts with the world, with Debbie
Yes.
and I.
And we'll make sure that you give your information to Kim so that we can put it in in the
Description
description
in
so
the
that if
podcast.
anyone wanted to reach out to you to get some of your teas, they'd be able to do that. And I'm just so blessed by you today.
Thank
So
you.
blessed by you today. You're a wonderful person and
Many talents.
many, many talents, and our energies are beautiful. Are beautiful.
And
Thank
I just want to
you.
say publicly that the Ayurversities, which is our nonprofit, Holistic Health Expos, was born because of Miss Tiffany Brown here. I told her about my idea, my desire, and she said,
Oh.
I, I think I've got a place for you. And here they were born. We got a place, we got a date, and the rest is
Very
growing
instrumental, and the
history.
rest is
Yes.
history.
Yes.
And the
That's
Thank you
right.
rest
so
is
much.
where I met these beautiful ladies, and I wouldn't change that for the world.
Oh, no,
Everything happens exactly the way it is supposed
to
to
In
for the
happen.
divine
highest
order.
good of everyone involved.
Yes,
Yes.
That's the
ma'am.
truth.
So I want to say we have to end, and I don't want to
Me
end.
neither.
Uh, but we'll meet off camera. But anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in to the Debbie and Kim show.
And remember,
Remember,
you are perfect for your purpose for being here now. And
and
don't
don't
forget
forget
to
to
subscribe,
subscribe,
like,
and
and
comment.
comment.
We
We
love
love
hearing
hearing
from
from you.
you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Enjoy the evening. Mwah.